how are you all going this great Monday afternoon? Yes, I've been quite silent of late. Just got a lot going on in my life. A lot, but not, but a lot. It's hard to explain. What a weekend racing. Formula 1 is now over for the year. No more motorsport for the rest of the year, which kind of sucks. But all I can say is, wow, what an end to the championship. So spoiler, if you don't want to know, stop watching. Okay, you gone? Okay. Well, what a race. Hamilton and Verstappen went into this last weekend equal on points. And Hamilton just looked at that a little bit faster, especially leading into qualifying. But in qualifying, Verstappen pulled it off and managed to get pole position. But compromised that he had to start on softs instead of the mediums. But that would also mean that he should get a good start, keep him ahead of Hamilton. Well, that didn't start at the start of the race. Hamilton got a ripper start, got in front. The two of them went side by side down this back straight. Verstappen did a really good move, diving down the inside. Hamilton got pushed wide, went off, cut the whole corner, ended up 1.5 seconds ahead of him. Not penalised for that, saying that, you know, Verstappen pushed him off. That's fair enough to a point, but to pull out a gap on him through that corner, because he wanted that 1.5 seconds to get out of DRS, and they said, oh, he gave up all advantage. No, he still had an advantage. So that was like, oh man, this is going against Verstappen. Everything's just crazy. Then the middle of the race went as it is. Verstappen stopped twice, got to new tyres. Hamilton just did the once. And Verstappen was catching up Hamilton, but it wasn't quite enough. And I was thinking, with 10 laps to go, this is over. Horner said, we need a miracle. And that miracle came. With 5 laps to go, Latifi crashed the Williams. So it took him a while to clear up the track, and with just a couple laps to go, you could hear Horner talking to Massey, the director, going, you need to get those lap cars out of the way, and you got Wolf saying no, don't, and finish this on the yellow. Well, with 2 laps to go, on the second last lap, they decided to let the lap cars that were between Hamilton and Verstappen go through. Verstappen had pitted, Mercedes couldn't, because they knew that if they did pit him, Verstappen would end up in front of him. So Hamilton was on these really old tyres. On that last lap, they let 5 lap cars in between them go through, so they're out of the way. Because it would have been really hard on that lap. They only had 1 lap sprint they were going to have. 1 lap sprint. And they would have had 5 cars in between. So they decided, you know, Massey's decided, let's get those cars out of the way. Let them have a race for the very last lap of the whole year's championship. And Verstappen passed Hamilton, not to only win the race, but to win the championship. And hey, I really do feel for Hamilton. He did everything right in that race, but Verstappen didn't do anything wrong either. And in the end of the day, you had to be there at the end, and luck went a bit more their way in that race. Mercedes, the way they acted after it, to me, acting like sport little brats, little crybabies, trying to get Verstappen given a penalty because he apparently got beside Hamilton, who was driving so slow on the restarts, and then saying, oh, Massey had no right to do what he did, letting the lead cars through, should have finished underneath yellow. They're trying everything underneath the book. They even went in with Barrister, and of course they're going to appeal this, which is going to put that sour note on the whole thing. I don't think even Hamilton would want to win the championship like this in the courts. He was gracious in defeat, very, very gracious actually. I like the way he dealt with it, and his father and everything. But me, it was an amazing race. I'd given up thinking, man, this is just, Hamilton's going to win again. He's 8th. Really wanted Max to win, but it was so disappointing. And then when everything went down the way it did, I was just, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just like, what? Well, not 1 o'clock at that point. I stayed around for hours after that, watching all the reactions and everything. It's a whole year. I love my Formula One. I've been watching Formula One since the mid-80s. So yeah, that's my passion. Amazing race. Yeah, look, I feel for the Mercedes guys, and it's just the circumstances just didn't go their way. That's motorsport. That's what Massey said. Toto was having a go at him, and Massey reminded Toto that, mate, we're here to go racing. This is a motor race. This is not politics or what you want or this and that. We're here to race. And you don't want, at the end of a whole championship, the race to end underneath a yellow flag. Let them race. Yeah, it's a little bit unfair that Hamilton was on older tyres, but that's the way it is. That's the way the race has ended. So, I'm happy anyway. Leading into Christmas, what day is it today? The 13th? 14th? I don't even know what day it is. 13th of December, there we go. 12 days to Christmas. Honestly, Christmas is going to be quite a quiet one for me this year, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm doing my little afternoon drive, going to go via Wellington Point. Oh, I've got to see the fuel prices. It's sad when you look at the fuel prices and saying $1.59 a litre, and thinking, God, that's a good price. Well, we had it up to $1.90 at one point, $1.94, something like that. So, yeah, $1.59. We're going, oh, that's low. Don't think it's going to be low for much longer. In school holidays, they're going to want to profiteer from that. I bet you we're going to see the $2 mark very soon. Okay, well, I'll catch you guys in a later video. I'll try and get some other video than just seeing me talk for this whole time. It's been a long one today. Catch you guys later.